Hello, good morning, what is up, what is up? You're here with Brothers Forge Gaming. Happy Saturday. What you have right here is Capcom Arcade Stadium. Now, this is a free-ish game. You get a couple free games. We're going to go over that. We're going to take a look at what's inside of this thing and talk about all the different stuff you can do. So if you guys are sitting there and you're looking for something to do on your weekend or this weekend or any weekend, right here, you might find yourself something really fun and exciting to do, going back, playing some classic games in a really fun way. And like I said, we're going to show you all about that. Let's get right into it. All right, so let's take a over out look. So everything is set to an Astro City. You can actually change and randomize all your cabinets, which is cool. So we'll just take a look this way at all the different games you can do. So you get your different various cabs. So this is a look at all the different games, and I'll show you. We'll go over the games, but just from a fun standpoint of being able to change all this stuff around. There it is. Alright, so that's just one of the many things you can do. Changing stuff around. Alright. Out of the box you get 1943. This is the free game you get, and if you're PlayStation Plus, you can also get, let me see here, ones we own, playable. You can also get Ghosts and Goblins. One of the most deadly and brutal games of all time ever, Ghosts and Goblins. Alright, and what's cool is you can also change the ROM version as well to the Japanese versions. There are, if you're not aware, there are differences, minuscule differences, but a lot of time the Japanese versions of games will be more difficult. They'll have more stuff, more levels. A lot of time they'll have more, in like Contra they have cutscenes. It's crazy. You don't get that in the, in the original version. So, kind of gives you some variety there. So basically, you can take a look at what that would all be. And the beauty of these old games is a lot of time you don't really need to understand what's going on in terms of being able to read it and stuff, because it's super straightforward. So you can play those Japanese versions of the game without much trouble. So real quick, why don't we just go take a look at, I don't think this will cut out the stream. We'll see. I don't think it did. Alright, so you can either buy, if you don't want all the games, you have a choice between 3 packs that have, for $15 they have about 10 different games in them. There's a nice little variety in them. This seems to be like the fighting pack. You got all your different fighting games there. Arcade Evolution 92 through 01. So they have them in the years, okay? Arcade Revolution. Okay, cool. So as you can see there, or what I would recommend doing is just go ahead and getting this. And these do go on sale, so do keep an eye out for that. This gives you all of the games. Let's take a look. So you also, if you would have pre-ordered it, you would have got some skins, but too late for that. Let's just go take a look. So here's all the games you're going to get. Now, a lot of these, so if you might be thinking to yourself, okay, well, you got the old school games, you got the old versions of these, whatever. These, so as you know, there's games ported to different systems in different eras and different kind of collections over the years, and a lot of time, most of them are different. What's cool about this is it's got this arcade setting, right? You're going for high scores, you can compete on global leaderboards, you can do that. It really feels like it's taking you to the arcade from your couch, which is awesome. And a lot of these versions of these games are arcade ports. So, they're going to be a little different. If you're used to playing some of these on your NES or your Sega or whatever, you might, you're going to see a little bit of differences here. So, that was one issue. Sometimes on Nintendo, it was really weird. It was either like you'd get this game that was nothing like the arcade port, but was still awesome, or it was like a really bad version of the arcade port. Not so often. NES is a great way to play all of these. Most of these games you're gonna find on the NES. And then again, some of them I don't recognize, so I don't know, maybe they were only in arcades, maybe they didn't get ported to the US. So there's a lot of cool stuff on here. To be able to go and play Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo online for high score and stuff is really cool. That's something I've always wanted to be able to do, because I've basically only ever played that on my Super Nintendo, or in the arcades back in the day. So yeah, as you're looking there, you get all those You get all those games for 40 bucks. Like I said, I'm probably going to wait. Dang, so this thing just came out. Like I said, if you guys are looking to play this, you know, have some fun this weekend or next weekend or many weekends to come or during the week, hey, don't limit yourself, right? As you can see here, tons of stuff. You get Ghosts and Goblins right on here for free, but you do also get it if you buy this. Now, if you buy these individually and you don't have PlayStation Plus, you're not going to be able to get Ghosts and Goblins unless you pay 99 cents for it. There's a couple other skins you can buy, and I found this interesting. You can buy Invincibility Mode, and that's something we're going to talk about next, is that basically a lot of this feels like you're playing it with a Game Genie or something, and this is one of the complaints that I have about this style of thing, is that, you know, kind of with the tweakings you can do, you can speed it up, slow it down, rewind, save states, different stuff that you wouldn't have normally had in the original games, and that's something we talk about a lot on our channel. You know, and we'll get into that, but so actually having Invincibility Mode is cool when you're playing like yourself, but when you go on, and I'll show you the different modes, there's a couple different like tournament style modes, you can't use it, but I thought this was a cool feature. For only 99 cents you can play all through all these games and beat them all and feel accomplished, right? Basically using a Game Genie. So also as you play through, you earn games, so we'll just go take a look and see here. Oh shoot, I should do the ones that I have playable. So we'll take a look here, and I'll show you that. But real quick, I want to show you some of the options you can have. So these are the different trophies, right? So you can earn some different trophies. They show up here. There's no platinum, so if you're out there looking for a platinum, not the greatest place for you to come. So the store is where we just were. I haven't even looked at this game manual. So basically, if you buy you get the game, you get the manual, but you don't get all the different, you know, so that's helpful there. Manual if you don't know what you're doing. System settings. Oh, maybe let me turn that down a little bit. It might be blasting through. Just turn it all down to there and jam that one down. Sorry about that, guys, if I was blasting you. Alright. So this was pretty interesting. We'll take a look at this credit movie. It was kind of cool. So we'll sit back and we'll watch that together. I thought there was something else I could do, but maybe that's inside the game. Oh no. Alright, well we'll take a look at this now because we're here. All right, that was really awesome. One cool thing, one of the coolest things about this entire package you have here is being able to see what it would have been like to be in the arcades at this time. The artwork, the music, you know, just overall feeling, all the different stuff you're seeing, the cabs. I mean, good lord. As someone who, you know, I didn't necessarily grow up in the arcade era, but I was pretty young still, but I was able to enjoy it as a really small child, and not being able to really enjoy that as an adult. This is something super cool to me. I mean, you know, it's obviously, it's not the same, right, if you want to get down to it, but darn near as close as you're going to get to the real thing right here. And they did an awesome job. There's connectivity in terms of, you know, like I said, there's leaderboards, there's different stuff you can earn, you're competing, you're earning ranks. It's super cool. They're basically bringing this arcade back to your home console where you can still compete and do those things. You can get your name on the leaderboard. And unlike your local arcade that you go to, your pizza place, whatever, they don't unplug the machines at the end of the night. So your, you know, your high scores are going to stay. So super cool way to do this. I'm very excited about this. I think this could lead to some really interesting stuff. So, that being said, let's get into some gameplay. I got a few more things to show you first. And if you guys liked that, kind of like that song we just heard in those credit video thing there is a song at the beginning. I didn't want to get flagged or whatever, so I didn't play it. But if you let the front screen of this play, maybe we'll go check it out at the end. There's like a 1 minute, 2 minute song that's actually pretty fun. If you want to go check that out, if you go download this game. Like I said, it's free to download. You get 1943, Ghosts and Goblins if you're a PlayStation Plus member, and for $40 you could get all those games you just saw. Not a bad deal at all. Let's click on here. One of my favorite things, check this out. Oh, we can't get there yet, but okay, so what I think I want to do, I'll show you the game and show you some of the modes, the rewind, the speed up, and some of the different things you can do in just the regular game. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the special challenge to show you what that's all about. So you can change the difficulties, the speed, all that right here. I don't know what attract mode sound, I don't know what that is. So let's see. One of the fun things you can do here too is you can change all this. I like the super because it shows you on the side, but it's a little distracting in a game like a shooter. I forget what I had it. I think I had it as normal, right? So frame. You can do these different frames. I did unlock a new frame. I don't know where it is. 3D? 2D? Oh, maybe it's under the other one. I like the little cow. Hey, there's my new one, I think. Yeah, I like it. So you can also change it to normal, arcade, you can shrink it down, you can max it out. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. That might be interesting. So you can add the scan lines, all the different stuff, you can bulbous it out. So we can mess with all this. So this is what I thought was interesting too. And there was a way, it said at the beginning before I loaded everything, you can choose between the PlayStation controller, and it also supports an arcade stick. So you can choose between the two controller types at the beginning, or it said you could also change it too. So if you end up getting an arcade stick, I'm sure it will play much differently with that versus a controller. So one thing, and I don't know much about this, but I think maybe what you're supposed to do to play these games like this is turn your TV. We saw friend of the show, Dead Thumb Gamer, he did a video on this a while back. If you guys want to go check him out, he's you know, more knowledgeable on these kinds of things. But basically, you turn your screen and you know your actual TV, and this supports that. So I don't know what's going on with that. If that's the ultimate way to play shooters, I just don't know. Now this is actually part of the daily challenge. You play upside down, which is super cool. So we're gonna check that out. And then I guess this is the same thing here. Alright. Save those changes. So those are just some of the many options you can do. Like I said, we'll do this. Check this out. Listen real carefully. Huh. I did it differently that time. Alright. Well, anyway. So you've got auto fire. You've got just regular fire if you want to tap it, but I recommend auto fire in this kind of game. So right away, we can speed it up. If that's something you're into. You can slow it down. Maybe you're having trouble in some tight spots. right? You can go back a little faster than normal. You could be like, oh crap, I just screwed something up. You can rewind the game. And then again, there's trophies for doing all this stuff. Like I said, there's no platinum, but let's go turbo mode. But every time you play, one thing that's tough about this game is trying to get the right power-ups, especially in the fast mode. If you get, every time you play, you earn those Capcom points, what they're called. Oh. You know, and so if you're not trying to go and set the world on fire, you can rewind the game. You can slow it down to get through some tough spots. There it is, baby. Full life. Lots of points. And you know, you can mess around with that as you see through it, as you see fit. If you're trying to get through the game, you want to beat it. Get through those tricky spots. Get to that next spot. Because a lot of time when you play these old school games, it's all about, you know, you spend the whole time, you get to the spot you died, and you get a little bit further, and that's kind of the trend until you can eventually beat the game if you stick with it long enough, you know what I mean? So, being able to do that in this, you know, kind of, you know, get past some of those tricky, sticky spots without having to completely replay the game is always nice too. Ooh, is that weapons? What was that? Barrels. And again, if you didn't know, there's hidden stuff all over the place. These old school games, you know, you can always find hidden stuff. Shoot random spots of the game. That's why you're always firing. In this, your weapon is on a timer, so you feel free to just let loose with it. I do not like these ships here. Man, these bullets. Dang. I think the barrel gun is better for the boss fights, but... oh no. Just hang in that pocket. You want it 100%. Alright. Getting Zulu on my fuel. So yeah, we'll play this for a little bit. I'll show you that. Maybe I'll just go for as far as I can go on 1/4. And then I'll show you the other mode. Then that's the high score mode is basically this, but you can't rewind, you can't speed it up, and you only get 1 credit, and you're trying to set the highest score. So that's one of the modes you can do. And then the other mode is the upside down mode. So we'll go check that out. I didn't quite get enough high score to make the leaderboards. So maybe I'll go try to do that here next. And then we'll go check out Ghosts and Goblins as well, so if you're into that. Ah, damn it! That'll really get you if you run out of this weapon. This seems to be my favorite weapon. I always like spread. And again, something we talk about on this channel is, you know, originality. Playing these games on their original intended ways. And a lot of that refers to just not wanting to get, you know, bad, we'll get this, why not? I don't know if it powers up my guns. Just not to play bad versions of games in a sense that make it kind of detract from the overall, you know, originality of the game, the gameplay. Sometimes you'll play a janky port, right, and it'll be all glitchy and it won't be fun. These are pretty damn smooth, you know what I mean? And it's a really good way to play the game, especially if you're not somebody who wants to sit here and invest in all this, you know, old equipment that could go defunct at any time and cause you a world of problems. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Oh, you suck! Didn't get it fast enough. Looked like a fruit. Delicious fruit. You know, but our recommendation is play the games how you can. Obviously, originally, playing them on original hardware is the thing, right? But unless you have a ton of money and a bunch of space, you probably won't be able to play every game originally because, you know, most of these games originally were arcade games. So in a sense, you know, everything we do in a way is... ooh, what's that? Is that a weapon? Oh, shit. This is how you screw yourself over. You're trying to get all these power-ups. Shotgun's pretty cool because it kills the bullets, but I am not a fan of it. Oh, man. I need to hit that. Oh man, of course. And you do get a bonus at the end for bombs, so I think I'm gonna die. So you just took that little bit of screwing up there. Trying to get the power-ups. Ah. I guess I could try to make it to the end of the level. Go from there. Return to fight another day. Didn't get my 100% bonus, but that's alright. 88%. to power up again. Now this is really cool. 1942 is a really great game too, but I feel like 1943 is probably my favorite of the ports on NES. It's just more of a kind of a modern shooter in a way that you would expect. 42 is pretty gritty and rough. It's an original black box game, so. No. There it is. Getting back in business now. The other thing about this game too, you don't always want to hide at the edge of the screens because those guys come in from behind you, so you got to be careful. I know I've gotten hit quite a few times like that. Yeah, 1943, 1942, some of my favorite original shooters. Now I know there's a lot of games like these and it can kind of seem like all of them are the same, but realistically this is one of the best ones that I ever played. Of course, Raiden is one of my favorite. Raiden, I don't know how you say that thing, but one of my favorite all-time like bullet hell shooters. But this is a little bit more chill. Oh yeah, right on time in terms of it gives you a good amount of fast-paced needing to understand what's going on, and took the heat for that. You know, you still got to know what you're doing and getting around and things, but it's approachable enough to be able to have a good time with it. Feel accomplished. No, I don't want that. Oh well. See, that's where I screwed up. I needed that for this boss too, probably, dang it. Uh-oh. Take it. I'm almost dead. Don't shoot anything. I don't know if I have another bomb. I don't! I relied on the bomb. Let's see. Well, let's see if continue. Nope, starts your score over, so. Oh, whatever. I'll just kill myself. I don't know if you still get credit if you quit out. Okay, so the more you earn, you are increasing your life gauge. That's pretty cool. Yeah, with unlimited credits and the ability to rewind, slow, speed down time, you should be able to get through most of these games. If you're having trouble, you can go buy that invincibility. You can save. Let's see if I get killed out here. I mean, oh shoot! And they were talking about, you know, as you to earn the Capcom points, the better you do, no deaths, no, you know, slowing down, no rewinding, that kind of thing. You get a bigger bonus at the end. So we're gonna go check out that special mode, playing backwards, and then some Ghosts and Goblins. Ah, dagnabbit. Alright, let's restart the game. Maybe we can go back out to that beginning. No, okay, so we'll have to go all the way out and back in. Alright, let's do the special challenge. It was doing a more, I swear it was doing a, maybe because I have headphones on, it was doing a better, like, quarter in the machine aspect. Maybe that's because I turned the sound down. Alright, but here we go. So same thing, same game, but you can't rewind, you can't speed up. So the challenge modes kind of take that away from you. You're the ability to kind of, I don't want to say cheat, right? But it's a lot like playing the game with the Game Genie on, if you ask me. You bleed a little extra second out of it that way. Yeah, how crazy, playing upside down. What a wild thing. And again, you could create these modes yourselves with what I showed you before, how you could change the screen orientation and stuff. Hell, you can play sideways, you can play upside down. Whatever you want to do. Definitely makes it fun and entertaining. Oh no, I just probably screwed myself. I mean, I'm sure this weapon will be good for bosses, but I do like the spread. Especially playing upside down. I don't know what the hell's going on. There we go. That's what's up. That gun was super good for these boss fights, though. So once you get good, I'm sure you can kind of like figure out which weapons you like the best at certain points. But for me, it's too hectic to try to be like switching mid-thing. Trying to get to that 140,000. I failed on it last time. Oh, are you kidding me? Definitely get more points if you save your bombs, you get a bonus, but also, you want 100% these boss fights to get the maximum points at the end. So like I said, if you're into this, look for a sale. I do remember this going on sale. Now, I swear originally I saw this game on PlayStation 3. It was something I wanted to download. Oh shit. I didn't need that. I screwed that up. That's probably the downside of using Turbo, is you shoot those so fast. Oh, really? Walked right into that one. Like a lazy slow pitch. I swear I saw this game on like PS3. I always wanted to download it, but by the time I went to download it, you couldn't download it anymore. I think I just screwed myself big time. And then again, it was available on the PlayStation 4 for a little while. And then I probably need the power anyway. And then if you didn't download it in time, you couldn't get it. And then it went to like PlayStation Now. I don't know if it was this exact version of it, you know what I mean? But like, oh, you're kidding me. So close to 140,000 too, and I'm starting to blow it. And then again, I'm playing this on the PS5. I'm pretty sure you can download it on both the PlayStation 4 and 5. I don't see why you couldn't. Oh shit. Oh, I made it just in time. Just in time by 20 points. So here you can see you earn the Caspo. You get more of it when you play through the like tournament modes, so they are. But yeah, my point of the whole thing was it's cool to finally be able to play this. Like I said, it made it to PlayStation Now, but PlayStation Now, I wasn't a fan of it. It's not something I want to spend money on. The ports were bad. It was super laggy. You can't stream while you're on it. I just wasn't a fan. So I'm super glad to see that this has come to here. Hey, class up. Right, I don't know what that does, but I'm classier than you if you're not a level 3 or above. Oh, mini cutie, pink. I'll take it. So you gotta like being rewarded for your gameplay. And this, again, this is something that's so cool. We'll check out Ghost and Goblin. We'll see what the challenge mode is. There it was. So it's a different game. Such a good... Each game has its own awesome sounds. This is, of course, one of the most brutal and notoriously difficult hard games ever created. I'll probably die on the Blue Devil. Or the Red Devil. See, I thought there was a secret there. And again, it's not just the NES port that you get stuck down. It's you just get stuck down. But you can use the D-pad, so cool. No, not the fire. Don't make me get that. Ah! Will it go away? No! Of course. No. It's funny how that's a mechanic of the game. Ah! Whoa! That was lucky. I get those points. Love the classic arcade sound effects, man. So good. And normally I play this game on the NES. That's not to be said that the Nintendo port is extraordinary or anything. It's it's great. It's a fun, great game on the NES. But there's, like I'm saying, there's nothing like, oh! There's nothing that is, you know, exceptional about it other than that you're playing it on Nintendo, and Nintendo is one of the best systems out there, especially for early arcade ports. It's unfortunately we didn't get all of them. Ah, they did it to me again. That we would have wanted some of the Atari classic stuff that didn't make it to NES. But that's a good reason to have yourself an Atari too. It's such a fine line, such a crazy debate about, you know, what's the best way to play these old games. You know, what's right, what's wrong. But I like the statement, you know, play them, play a freaking game. Again, our buddy Death on Gamer, you know, play them how you can play them, that kind of thing. That seems to just be the best answer all around, is just play the damn games, play them how you can play them. So there's a trick with this guy. If you slowly pull him, there's like supposed to be some kind of trick you can do. That these guys are tough, right? So you gotta, if you charge at those guys, they're erratic, and you cannot keep pace with how they move around and stuff. I always die on this damn thing. And if you walk off, you can totally die. And if you die there before you get to this point, you miss your checkpoint. Oh, that guy got me. How rude. Whoa, those guys. Oh no. Why? Why? No. Geez, that was just no good. I'm screwed, man. Fire. It's probably good for certain things, but not for what I'm trying to do right now. Alright, well, I need to get 35,000 points there. Maybe I could do it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the special challenge is. Why not? Oh, dang, so the special challenges this game sped up. Ah, you damn plant. Man, if Ghosts and Goblins wasn't hard enough. my god, you just can't kill him. He's too hard. 35,000. Alright, well maybe we'll try the score challenge. Try to get to that 35,000. Ah, not fair, not fair. Alright, earned a free guy. Maybe we can make it to the 35,000 points. I mean, this is brutal, man. Never want to stop. Almost did that to myself. Oh, there it was. Sure. It's like, I want to keep running, but those guys, they... Ah. Is that guy still following me? Let's go! Ah. Woo! There it is! Now it's like the super hard level that you die on in the second part. Almost the 35,000. Maybe we can farm some points. Get on that leaderboard. Yeah, farming points here. Mini gargoyles. Money bags. No, go, go. Oh, you suck. No! Oh, so close! Man, that's brutal. Oh, so damn close. Alright, I guess I go for one more. Ah, oh, jeez. All right, this is just too much. Too much. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this look at Capcom Arcade Stadium. I'm gonna work on reaching that, show you that. So let's see if I can go back and see. Let's take a look at our rankings here. We're almost to 100,000. That might be another rank up. We'll see. So it shows you your personal best of high score and Caspo records. I don't even know if I got my ranking up here. So, gotta work on that one. Let's go take a look at this one, though. So my ranking, I don't know how many people are playing. Oh, I went down since the other night, so more people are playing, but there you go. There's my high score. Not super impressive, but out of the however many people are playing this, you know, in the middle of the pack, maybe. Maybe there's 10,000. I don't know. But anyway, there's a look at all that different stuff. If I left anything out, make sure to explore it yourself. Take a look at all this different cool stuff you can get. Man, would it be awesome to go back to the days of getting to play these amazing arcades in our leisure time on the regular. That's not to be said, there aren't people trying to bring this back for arcades and some different stuff, but you know, it's hard to recreate the perfection, but you know what? Let's keep trying. Keep grinding. Keep trying. I thought I could go back out to the main screen. Oh, here we go. So yeah, here's a you know, it's a little bit of that song I was telling you about. It's pretty good if you want to go and jam to. It's about a couple minutes long, but yeah, I don't want them to flag it. So anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. That was a look at Capcom Arcade Stadium. It's free to play, 1943 if you want to download it, and you can get Ghosts and Goblins for free if you're PlayStation Plus. And, you know, 2 games for free right there out of the box. And then if you want, you can buy those other packages I showed you earlier in the video. Totally worth it. It's fun to be able to compete for high score from your, you know, you can against your friends and other players as well. I believe there are some co-op games in there too, some beat 'em ups and stuff. So I don't even know how that works. I'm assuming you can play online co-op. So even better, couch co-op would be awesome too. So it's just bringing these old classic games to a new audience, or, you know, letting us old timers relive it. And so far, the couple games I played, the ports they're there. There's nothing really to complain about. You know, a lot of time you play these imperfect ports and they're not good. So anyhow, totally worth it, especially for free. Alright guys, hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.